welcome to the 35th episode of Chucky's Playground News. 35 episodes. That's pretty amazing, let me tell you. And today is Easter. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter Beagle. I hope you all have a happy Easter. And I'm your host, Metal Matt. And it's time to talk about some news. And have we had a newsworthy week, let me tell you. First of all, let's give a couple of shout-outs to my very good friends on the Playground website. Spanky, our admin, really cool dude. G, our other admin, really cool person as well. Chucky 105 Awesome, pretty cool person as well. Undead Punk, a WWE mega fan. Tiffany Valentine, great graphics designer. Dragon Prime, good guy as well. He also celebrated his birthday just a few days ago. So, happy belated birthday, Dragon Prime. Hope you had a great birthday. And Akba, really cool dude. Dragon D4, really cool dude. Oh My Dumbbell, really cool dude. Simon Gray, really cool writer, really cool dude. Which, really cool person. And we actually want to introduce a new member of the Playground, Mega Man. He's been pretty active lately. He's writing a really cool, interesting fanfic of his. It's very Friday the 13th-esque. It has something to do with Chucky, and it's really interesting. So definitely read it. So he's definitely breathing some new life into the Playground. We're really glad he's joined. So welcome to the site. And Sweetface, also a really awesome person as well. So all those people are great as well. Always awesome to talk with every one of them. And we are currently at 83 members, I think, 82 or 83, so we're getting there. We are getting there. We may not be too long until we reach 100, and that is going to be quite a marvelous sight. So, yeah, it's always awesome to talk with these guys and gals. Just really, really cool. And what are you listening to right now? Right now, I'm not really listening to anything at the moment. Sometimes I've been listening to some WWE themes, and but other than that, it's just basically the same thing as what I've always been listening to. And what you currently playing right now is another really cool thread. Yesterday I actually just bought Spider-Man 3 for PS3, Batman Arkham Origins for Xbox 360, and Bully Scholarship Edition for the Xbox 360 as well. So I'm really looking forward to playing those games later on this week. And what are you watching right now? Not really watching anything at the moment. I've just kind of been going back and forth on Modern Family. I might watch that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles later today or something like that. Maybe. And Movie Mayhem, great podcast as well. Always great to listen to it. It just sounds like a lot of fun. Just a great series as well. And I mean, the chemistry between Spanky G is just awesome as well. And in their most recent episode they did was the movie Blow, which features Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz and stuff like that. So it's a really enjoyable episode. So definitely check it out. And the exact timeline of the series. This is a really interesting thing that one of our new members, BGB805, has done, and sort of talking about the exact timeline of the series, and it's really interesting. The way that it works is that CP1 takes place in November 1988, and CP2 takes place a couple years after that, around 1990, which is the year that CP2 was released. CP3, I believe, around 1998, I believe. But Chucky, I think, takes place not too long after CP3. I think it takes place about, maybe, possibly a couple weeks after CP3. And Seed of Chucky, I think it takes place in Seed, I believe. And I think Seed takes place in 2004, I think. and then it jumps forward to 2009, and then Curse takes place in 2013, I believe, because it says 25 years, and the events with Nika was right before Charles A. Ray ended up dying. So it's really interesting. 1988 to 2013 so far. And it's a really interesting thread, so definitely check it out, because definitely a lot of theories going on about it, and just a really fun to talk about this kind of stuff when it comes to Chucky. And Fantastic Four, I think a new trailer was released for Fantastic Four, and so far not really very interested in it. I mean, it just seems kind of unnecessary, and none of the trailers have really impressed me so far. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be good, but I don't know. My hopes haven't been up just yet. And Chucky's childhood. This is another interesting thread. Asking what we think Chucky's childhood was like, and the CP2 novel actually does touch upon on this. Apparently, Chucky's mother was an actual legal midget, or a little person, or whatever. And so that's really interesting, considering what Chucky ended up becoming, a knee-high doll. So that's a really interesting. I don't think Chucky's childhood was very fun. So yeah, really interesting stuff. And the Ballad of Tiffany Valentine, Simon Gray is back with his story. He keeps going on that. It's really good. Definitely check it out. And this is going to be a kind of a cheap plug, but Simon Gray actually asked me if I would be interested in writing a spin-off of his story about Tiffany Valentine, and I agreed. So he gave me an idea for a story, and I ended up writing it, which is the first chapter to something called Tiffany Valentine: The Prison Years. And it's if you read his story, minor spoiler alert, but I read the story. Tiffany ends up getting arrested and goes to prison, and then the story kind of picks up after she leaves prison. And so this is he basically asked me if I would be interested in writing that kind of a spin-off that takes place while Tiffany is in prison. What happens while Tiffany's in prison, and it's really fun. He's been giving me advice and all that kind of stuff. So really cool story. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So thank you, Simon Gray, for the opportunity, and I can't wait to get back on writing it. And so, anyway, Tiffany, not evil like Chucky. The idea was brought up that Tiffany might not really be as evil as Chucky is, and I would definitely agree with that. I mean, Tiffany can definitely be evil, and it can definitely be really brutal and violent, but I think at the end of the day, she's not quite as evil as Chucky. I think she has a humanity to her that Chucky does not. So yeah, and she's a lot more caring and more compassionate than Chucky ever is. So yeah, that's really interesting aspect to it as well. And finally, what you're doing right now, that thread is almost to 500 pages. Almost to 500 pages, so we are almost there. It's by far our longest running thread, and we cannot wait until it gets to 500 pages. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a celebration, as we always do when we hit a milestone like that. So it's just great. We talk about pretty much anything on that thread, and it's awesome. So that's all for Chucky's Program News, and I will see you all next time.